We brave the cold to hang out with you. Next on Sunday Night CrossFit Talk.
From the dead is a miracle, doc. They counted me out. Moment of truth, counting it down. Underdog story was down for the count. Back on my feet, back with a mic, back on the beat, back with a family that back in the streets. The game on lock, I stand with a key. Standing my ground, I am planning a fleet. Standing my ground, I am planting my feet. Taking a stand, embracing my destiny, shaking his hand, flipping the script.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sunday Night CrossFit Talk. We are so good to be here with you guys tonight. What's up, Vicky? What's up, CJ? Glad to have you guys in the chat. I know the NFC Championships game is going on, but my Bears are out, so I don't care.
Yeah, actually, it's a true Sunday night, huh?
I love football. I would love to watch the game, but either way, I'm good on this one. So, we were talking off the air. It's either Matt Stafford cements his Hall of Fame ticket or Sam Darnold gets off the scrap heap. Either one are good stories. Now that I'm in the media world, I look at stories. What's the coolest story? So that's what it's for me. Your Lions didn't make the playoffs, so
I know it for a while. It is what it is.
Yeah. How can he be on the scrap heap still? Because that one time that the NFL films caught him saying, "All I see is ghosts," it has stuck with him ever since. The poor kid. I really want him to he won 14 games last year and they still are saying he wasn't good enough to stay with the Vikings. And then he wins another 14 games this year and there's still questions. I think it'd be cool to see him go to the Super Bowl and prove everybody wrong. What jersey does Stafford wear into Canton? Well, I know Jamie's guess.
I don't know.
You don't want him in a Lions jersey? Stafford played for the Rams and the Lions.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he got so much booing when he would come back into the stadium that I don't know that he's gonna support a Lions jersey.
And he won 2 Super Bowls with the Rams. If he wins
exactly
this year, right? I shouldn't count that before it's hatched, but yeah. I came in from the garage, Shelly, watching Broncos with a puzzled face. What are you watching? The Texans are out. That game, talk about that Bronco game. The snow came in like a hurricane at the end of that game, and that's what we've been dealing with here since 5:30 a.m. We have 15 inches of snow. It is utterly crazy. I posted some pictures on Instagram, and then I have a couple here I'm going to show. I sent these to the team. This is my mailbox. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but the snow is stacked to the almost to the top of the mailbox.
Yeah.
And my wife just went out and shoveled again. This was our 4th time today.
That's crazy.
Right before I came down. And I don't know if you can see this over here. There's been no plow today. So all the snow at the end of our driveway that has not been plowed, there's no way we're getting out of here.
That's not good. Snow day for you tomorrow, huh?
Well, if you remember correctly, tomorrow was supposed to be my lung biopsy.
Oh, yes.
So they called today and said that's now been canceled. So they said they would get me in as quickly as possible, but because of the septoplasty I'm having on Thursday, they can't do it this coming Monday. It'll have to be the following Monday.
Okay.
So, yeah, It's been crazy. Vicky, they got 4 inches and now ice. Yeah, I would rather have 27 inches of snow and no ice than anything with ice.
Yeah.
Judy Reed says David's been shoveling all day. Yeah, we've done 4 rounds of shovel.
That's crazy. We've only done 2, so I'm thankful at this point. I mean, it's freezing here, and I don't think it's getting above 20 for the next week, but
yeah, we're supposed to be -17 like Tuesday morning, I think. That's insane.
Yeah.
Did you see how Ariel Lowen treated the snow?
No.
So I'll show that now. So this is a snowboard, a crossover symmetry band, and a four-wheeler.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Now that is quite the use for a crossover symmetry band.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild how Texans go snowboarding?
I can't believe they even have snow. That's just wild to me.
So, yeah. Some fun stuff. You do anything fun this weekend?
No, nothing.
OSU already canceled Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. There was some, like, I'm in the like MSU parents Facebook group, and there's lots of chatter about that. I mean, tons of out-of-state kids, right? And people just don't really know. But I was doing a little bit of diving into that because there was a couple people posting and asking if like possibly we would have been closed on Friday because it was like a negative 15 wind chill. And people were like, no, they haven't closed since like 1994, and that it was something crazy. And then like 1970 something before. And I had read, and I don't know, maybe I need to do more research, that someone from Michigan sued a while back for tuition back for a snow day, a couple snow days. And so like neither MSU or U of M will cancel anymore for like almost no reason. It's crazy.
Maybe just fight the people that do the frivolous lawsuits.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, we've been talking all weekend, of course. Like when I was a kid, I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains. We had chains on our bus tires. So like we went to school come hell or high water. It had to be like 15 inches of snow for us to cancel. Yeah. And or an ice storm. I don't think I got more than 3 or 4 days off ever of school. And now here in Ohio, they shut down school if the wind's too strong. Like I remember getting into my full snowsuit all the way like ankles to neck and putting the mittens on and the snowmobile boots and hopping on and waiting for the bus, and off we went.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know some colleges just never cancel, but teachers will.
Yeah. There are, and my son doesn't have any, but there are some. I had read that a couple people said that some of the professors had gone either to virtual or just canceled the class. But yeah, I don't know. You got kids who travel an hour, and most professors won't call it for 15 minutes beforehand. And it's like, I just made this trek in this dangerous weather, and now you're going to tell me we're going virtual. I mean, I guess you're there. You can go into a lab or something, but she's saying it's virtual. Yeah, that makes sense, Judy.
Well, it's virtual classes, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what, like my work, we never shut down because they don't want the citizens to think the state's taking a day off. Mm-hmm. Right. But it's a level 3 snow emergency in my county and the county that my office is in, if I had to go in. So that means you get arrested if you're on the road.
Yeah.
So now you're forced to take leave or get arrested.
Yep.
Which should never. And we have the capability because of COVID. Everybody can take their laptop home and can work from home. They should have said on Friday, if this snow hits, you are good to work from home. And that way you get the 8 hours of work instead of forcing people to take leave and be off for the 8 hours. It's what they do is ridiculous. I hate it so much. Yeah, well, put your arms down when you get to school. Exactly. It was the Christmas story all the time for me growing up. I had to walk I lived beside a general store. So I had to walk from my house down to the general store. And it may be like feet of snow that I had to walk down through to get to that, to catch the bus. So we were always. Some areas canceled altogether because without power, you can't do virtual. Haven't heard much about power outages here yet because we had like a light it was like a dry snow, but it's a lot of it. Judy, yes, it was uphill both ways.
That was where my head was going to, Judy.
So difficult. So difficult back in my day. Vicky says, the training in my garage tomorrow should be interesting. Can you do CrossFit in ski pants and a puffy jacket? You can.
Yeah.
You can. Now, hips may not go below parallel. But I think in that one case, no, Hiller will still call a no rep.
As long as she doesn't say I PR'd and doesn't proclaim anything, just be like, yeah, it's good training.
Yeah, fun stuff. The only thing we did this weekend was watch the football games, of course, and I watched 3 movies. And I watched the Bruce Springsteen movie, Deliver Me From Nowhere.
Okay.
With the guy from The Bear playing
Okay.
Springsteen. Very good movie. Not action-packed in any way. It was very much a drama and about that great, very refined movie. I watched Roof Man, about the guy who hid out in the Toys R Us for 6 months from the cops. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Thought it was just going to be a goofy, I think it's Channing Tatum movie, and it was really, really good.
I'll have to check that one out.
And then I watched Smashing Machine, the Rock movie about Mark Kerr, the UFC fighter.
Okay.
Terrible movie. Wasted 2 hours of my life. So bad.
You can't win them all.
It had no direction. The Rock was great. His performance was great as this guy. Emily Blunt was great acting. They could not pick a storyline. It was so all over the map, and none of them ended. None of the stories ended. They had like 16 of them, and they didn't finish any of them.
That's awful.
I was so pissed at the end. So pissed I wasted 2 hours.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
And like contrary, like the Bruce Springsteen movie, it only did like one album of his life. Very focused, very much driven into that one storyline, why that album happened and why it was different than anything else. Very focused and very good. Smashing Machine, complete opposite. Train wreck.
We watched His and Hers.
Okay, have I seen that?
I don't know. It's pretty new. It's basically his storyline, her storyline, and they say there's 3 sides to every story, right?
Oh, nice.
It was good.
Okay,
You should watch it. It's like 5 episodes, so it's a little limited series thing. It was good.
Jody liked Roofman. Eric Mackey said Smashing Machine was tense. I think that was part of the point. I would have been cool with it. So there's the drug addiction part. There's the being the innovator of UFC part. There is the toxic relationship with his girlfriend part. There's the friendship with Mark Coleman. There's all these different storylines, and none of them got concentrated on. It was just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All of them could have been good if they would have picked 1 or 2 of them. That's my point. So there it is.
Yeah, and it sounds like, the A-list cast, and then you can't. That sucks.
The Rip is good. I saw Rip.
I don't think
Rip.
I've heard of that one.
It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and it's a Netflix only. And the problem I had with that, it was a good movie. I shut it off because I was having a hard time with all the confusing stories, and I didn't have the attention span at that moment, so I shut it off. And then when I came back, it all cleared up within like 2 minutes after me turning it back on. And I'm so pissed I turned it off when I did, because it really did turn out to be a really awesome movie. But I almost gave up on it too soon.
Okay, good to know.
I like Simmons' comment. He said, The Rip had too good of a cast for a B movie. It really got good at the end. There's a reason why it was confusing in the beginning, and I didn't understand why it was confusing until you get to the end and the point they're trying to make. And that's when I just shut it off 2 minutes too soon. And thank God I went back and gave it a shot. Um, okay. Grace's for 1540. Saw Marty Supreme, loved it. Yeah, I don't know what it's about. It looks interesting. I'll probably see it at some point.
I don't think I've heard
Yes,
of that
it
one
was confusing on purpose, CrossFit. And it was frustrating me for a minute. But then once it cleared up, then it made complete sense. And it was my bad for shutting it off when I did. So recommend Roofman, recommend Deliver Me From Nowhere, the Bruce Springsteen story. And I highly don't recommend Smashing Machine. And then The Rip was really good, but stay with it. Don't give up. Did you watch Skyscraper Live? I did not.
Is this the Alex Honnold stuff?
When the guy climbed the building with no net, no ropes,
Yeah.
I can't do that stuff.
No, thank you.
Can't do that at all. Wayne Short says Ponies on Peacock is worth a look. My wife and I want to watch that. We need a moment to get to it.
What I think I saw this was it's like people of
no interest.
Of no interest. Okay.
And I think what it is they're like, instead of being a person of interest, nobody even knows they are of interest, so they get away with.
It's like Matlock, right? Like she's an unassuming old granny. That's
CrossFit. I watched it delayed and it still made me anxious. Yeah, I can't do that stuff. It does things to me that I can't. If someone could die, I have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into the CrossFit talk. I could talk movies all night.
I know.
Because I did watch The Pit. I'm caught up on The Pit.
I only watched episode 1 so far, so sorry. I'm sorry.
Episode 3. And especially being from the area, there were so many references to things around Pittsburgh. It was so freaking good. And now it's starting to kick up. Like 1 and 2 are just kind of setting the stage. And then hour 3, all of a sudden, shit's getting real.
Oh boy, okay.
So, G Reed, CrossFit, even the pictures of it made me nauseous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife can't watch anything that looks down from a high building on a camera at all. And it wasn't that. I'm not a heights guy. It's that he could, with one slip, be dead.
Yeah.
And I don't want to watch a man die.
No.
Not on my bucket list, not on the things I want to do. Andrew Sten is only 5 episodes into season 1. Yeah, I think that's about when the shit got real in season 1.
Yeah. You're going to start binging that pretty soon it's always nice to start a series like that when you can just binge it.
CrossFit nails it. CrossFit nails it. Roofman was too tall for Scott's wife. Julie had a hard time when he was climbing the roof. Yeah. Yeah, if she has to go on a step stool more than like 2, she's freaking out. All right, let's get into this. We're going to start with the pencil pen or Sharpie. This will be the biggest open registration since 2018.
Do you have the number? Do you know what 2019 was for me?
I don't know 2019. '18 was when the media left, and then the numbers dropped.
Yeah. And
I think
20 was
the biggest since 18 was 22.
Okay.
I think they said that the other day.
2019 went way down and then it came back up a little.
Yeah, well, it went up, then down for COVID, then back up.
I'll say pen. I mean, I don't think I can say Sharpie. I almost feel like we got a rush of like diehards who are like, I'm going to sign up this year and sign up day 1. And a lot of people did, but I don't know that it's going to continue. So I'm going to say pen.
CrossFit with a pen. We got Larry Young with a pen. Eric Mackey pencil, early hype good. Think it'll fall off.
Yeah.
Benita pencil. Larry Young, he's just bitching about the cardio. Judy Reed Penn. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Penn, and this is what, and I'm actually leaning towards Sharpie.
Okay.
And here's why. We had the second biggest week for week 1 since this thing has ever been done, right?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of hype around it. I get it. And I get why Eric Mackey's saying it'll die off. Here's why it won't. Because of all of the stuff that CrossFit has done since then, the Randy world record attempt. Then we have the throwdown at the ranch. Then we had the workout at the SAP Center. Then we have like the affiliate gathering at the SAP Center. There's all this stuff and all this momentum that they seem to be diving into. Hell, we had the release of the trailer for the new CrossFit documentary out during this open registration period. They're putting out all that marketing stuff at the right time for a change. And that's the first time it's been this focused and this directed during this time since 2018.
I agree. The media seems extra focused. Pull this one up. What are you hearing in the gym? Only the diehards are tuning in still. That's what I'm noticing. And so I worry that we aren't reaching a new audience and to get more members. But maybe some of like those people who didn't sign up last year will sign up, but will it be the biggest since 2018? I don't know.
I'm hearing a lot of people in the chats say they got 4 people themselves to sign up, or and a lot of people are buying those bundles and giving them away to people.
Yeah.
And I think that is a great marketing tool. Like Jonathan Ortega has been in every chat this week saying, hey, I've got 5 available. Anybody that their reason is, I don't want to pay the $20, it's on me. And I know a lot of people are doing that. And I think the more people, and it doesn't take a whole lot to buy 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a few hundred people to buy 5, and now all of a sudden you're talking like another couple thousand. And then maybe those people say, well, I got this freebie. Will you do it with me? And now you're getting a new group saying, will you come do it with me? I mean, Coffee Pods and Wads are giving them away on their show. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to buy a pack myself and do them as giveaways on this show. So I think all of those things together will make it better than it was. Definitely better than last year, for sure. Better, second best, or the best since 2018. I don't know. 2022 was pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Vicky's given away 6 registrations.
That's awesome, Vicky.
Yeah. And Dents is giving away a bunch too. She's giving away bundles.
Yeah, she was doing the judges course in the shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying second biggest ever then. That's what I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm at a pen and not a Sharpie. I think 2022 was really big. Like, I think it was 400 and some thousand in 22.
Yeah, we need to get back to
That's going to be tough to get to again.
I mean, yeah, you have to bring in completely new people to get up there.
Claire, we're giving away on WOD Prep Show as well.
Nice. Yeah,
there's a lot of people giving them away.
Yeah.
By either this week on the lunch show or next week, I'll have some to give away as well. Peer pressure. Shelly Young, as much as he bitches about cardio, Larry bought 20 codes to give out and talked 18 people into signing up early at our gym. And at least half were signing up for the first time.
That is awesome.
That's what it takes. It's that ground roots, or that groundswell, grassroots thing building up, right? It's freaking awesome.
That is awesome.
Jenny's winners announced tomorrow morning for bundles.
Ooh.
Shelly says Larry is all in on the open this year.
I love that.
Jody, someone gifted me a bundle. It only covers the $20. Hey, it's a free $20, free entry.
Huh. That's interesting.
Well, I think they bought a bundle and got codes to hand out. And if you buy that, it's only the $20 registration.
Oh, you're giving away the registrations.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Jenny's giving away a bundle that includes the shirt and the judges course.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think if CrossFit gave a kickback from registration to affiliate owners, that more owners would be incentivized and more members would be happy to support their boxes? I think it's a fine line because they're not making a ton of money. So what kickbacks are there to give?
Right.
And I think what they've done is they've offered up these bundles at a discounted rate. You can buy a big bulk of them. They're less than the $20. And then you can either sell them to your people at your gym or you can hand them out to people who don't want to pay. So
I wonder if that's only for, I'll have to look into that because I wouldn't mind doing this for some of my members, but if it's only an affiliate bundle that you can get, then
I don't think it's affiliate because Ortega bought a bundle. Okay. He's not an affiliate, right? I don't think Vicky's an affiliate.
Yeah. She just might be buying single ones occasionally and then throwing them out. I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
I think anybody can buy a bundle and hand them out. If I'm CrossFit, I'm promoting that. That's how you get new people in that never did it before. And then you give them that experience and hopefully they stay. I signed up as much as I voted 4 times. Shelly said, got to support this thing if we want it to grow. We do.
You're right.
The original Steve Miller, a sandwich is $15 these days. Why not register? Listen, I've said this on the show a lot. I'm a member of a bunch of channels because they are my entertainment. I pay for streaming services. I pay for the movies. I pay for things that entertain me. That's why I pay for podcast membership fees. That's why I pay for the Open, because without the Open and without CrossFit, we don't have the show.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Mackey, how do de-affiliated gyms affect the Open signups? I don't know that they do. There's still going to be people that want to do it. And I know a lot of de-affiliated gyms still do the Open.
Mm-hmm.
Has any affiliate owners ever given $20 off a membership with proof of registration? I know some have. I know some include it in the... Savon's been doing all these interviews with people that are like tops in the world with Open registrations. And some of them, they make it part of their membership. So it's added into their membership cost, and then they get the Open every year. And I think they get an Open t-shirt that the gym makes. And all that is included in their membership. Vicky said Mayhem did that last year at the Cookville affiliate. People are paying almost $200 for High Rocks, aren't they? You can't even sign up for a 5K for less than 20. 5Ks are like 50, 60, 80, $100.
Yeah. I mean, I've always thought the Open is a good deal. It's 3 weeks of like extreme community fun, assuming your gym runs it as like a community event. You know, that's going to be there forever, where you can go back and check your level or where you finished in the world or however they set it up. We've been doing every Friday Open retests, and like there's only 4 or 5 of us that can go back and look at scores, and I feel like some people see us looking at our scores and they're like, oh, how do you do that? How do you get? And so like we have to talk about it each week.
Yeah. Vicky says it's a different link, Jamie. I'll DM you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
It's cheaper than most tracking food Strava apps. I do like the idea of adding more interactivity to the Open. Larry sent you the link too. You're going to
you.
get bombarded with
Perfect. That's all right.
links. All right. So that is that. You're signed up for the Open?
I signed up day one, which I don't usually sign up day one. So
I signed up for the Open.
good. I think Carolyne signed up day one too. I think we were both, I think Spin had done a show that day and we were both still had our like hashtags in from the year before. So
can I tell you my one big regret?
What?
I skipped 1 year. And I should have had a 14 and now I have a 13. And it's a bummer because I would have beat Carolyne with a 14 and now I'm tied. And so that's a big bummer for me. I was having health issues that 1 year and I didn't sign up. And then I was going to Polaris. I did the workouts every single week and I just didn't sign up. So it ended up being just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It was just dumb. So I'm pissed at myself that I skipped and I should have had a 14 badge, but now I just have a 13. Shelly did too. She skipped 2023. I think that's what I skipped.
Wow.
It might've been 23. Oh, the weekly Fergie question. Jamie, would you rather do a snow wad in New England or a beach wad in Florida today?
A beach wad in Florida.
I think it's snowing in Florida.
Yeah. Well, where? It's not snowing at where my parents are.
Shelly, I'm on number 11. That's still impressive, Shelly.
I'm on number 10. So
every year you did it, did you submit a score? I want to see those totals. I think I submitted a score on every one.
You better pull up your profile. Pull up your history.
Keep talking. You got to carry the show now.
I submitted a score every year. I have 2020. Is the year I tore my right shoulder labrum. So I still signed up, even though I was pretty sure I wasn't going to be able to do it all. And I did not do the last workout. That was the year of the wall ball, ring muscle up row, that choose your own adventure. You could go in any order. And I actually was still going to do it, but we had flown to Vegas that Wednesday and I would have had to drop in. And I mean, I figured I probably shouldn't be doing any ring muscle up. So I just didn't do the last score. So I don't have a really high standing in 2020's Open. But other than that, you can see like the progression of me getting better worldwide every year. Nice, Alyssa. Alyssa's on 10 also. CrossFit did not like the choose your own adventure, apparently. I think it's a neat way to, I mean, I don't know. It maybe is more of a quarterfinals type thing, like gaming a workout. I know I should have gone to a gym in Vegas. I just was with my husband was with me. He probably would have gone, but my brother-in-law was with me. We were there for like his 40th birthday, and that was the last thing he wanted to do. So I didn't want to mess up anyone else's vacation. No strategy. You're right. I mean, and in the way these play out with like you being able to test, retest, no. But I do love the idea of like strategy at in-person comps. Like if you get the workout right before and you know, that strategy is a good test, but no, in the Open, you're right. That's why I would rather be like a quarterfinals when it's a weekend of workouts and you're probably not doing it 2 times in the weekend.
So there's my profile. And there is 25. It was 24 I skipped. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, and 13.
So do you have scores? Scroll back up. Do you have scores there that you don't have? Like, did you not? What is
Well,
this?
those aren't scores. Those are like my rankings.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Like they didn't do rankings by region maybe those years.
Yeah.
And they didn't do ranking by affiliate at that point. But so those are just my rankings. But
There's so many things in there now. It's crazy. I had actually like filled out my profile a few years ago, and now there's like 60 more things, and I only have like 10 things in there. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. I can't.
But you can see my rankings have never been great.
But you've been doing it.
But I've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So that's the open. Let's do pencil, pen, or Sharpie for the next one.
Okay.
CrossFit Media and that it's now partnering with other media is creating excitement for the CrossFit in general and the open season. So what we just kind of talked about is a reason why I think it's more pen, all the things that we've been talking about. And I'm really kind of specifically talking about what happened this weekend. CrossFit Media partnered with Matt Souza and the Savon Show or CF Network, whichever part they want to say is doing that. And they streamed the Throwdown at the ranch. So do you think they're doing enough? And now you add in the Randy World Championships, the reels with the athletes, the trailer for the documentary. All those things have come out since the registration opened up for the open. What do you think?
I'll say pen. That's a huge step to bring in the Savon podcast. I do think they're trying. I just think like pulling in media like Savon, unfortunately, I feel like that's already like the diehard base. I don't know that you're reaching anyone there. I'd like to see him almost like collab with even like some of Wooly's things. He's been putting out some pretty good shorts around the open this week. So if you could pull in some of those, I think they need to share more.
For me, it's not about sharing at this point. Savon has the technology to air that thing that would have never been done this way with anybody else. They're the ones that bought the Pep link. There's the ones that can pull in the different cell towers to be able to stream it. That's why that one was important. Not for the views of them, but for the technology that they bring.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's another one of your questions.
Young, I think they are trying pen. CrossFit said they brought in Bill and Chase too, which was good. Vicky says Sharpie. CrossFit, it's better than the last 3 years. Grace's pen. Mackie Sharpie on the right track, but again, I don't think most CrossFitters follow like we do.
Yeah.
Pen. Yes, Jamie, need to hit different markets or arenas. No one else is volunteering their time and resources. Yeah. And again, they have all the technology. They have figured this out. They are the only ones that have taken the time to do that and spent the money to do that.
I think they need to collab with Hiller. I just think they have to. I think, especially if you can pull in some stuff with Tyson, I think you can reach a different market. Can you imagine if Tyson could talk like any other football player into trying this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that would do. Again, I'm not looking at market right now. I'm looking at that they are getting stuff out for once. And the only people that could do that at the ranch was the Savon podcast with the equipment Souza had.
Yeah.
That's it. They're the only ones that could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
For nothing. They volunteered it.
I agree.
It would be great if we had a loud voice that isn't a CrossFitter, but is a CrossFitter, like a B-list celebrity that does the Murph. I think that would be awesome. But I don't want to lose the momentum that is being created because it hasn't gone far enough. Like, and this is a later, I think maybe. Well, no, it's because this is really rolling into what happened this weekend with the Throwdown at the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
The only criticism I have at all is no lead up, no advertisement that it was happening. It just, like the night before you heard they were doing it. You know
It
what I
was
mean?
like a week, right? Like he put out there was that poster, whatever they created that
But it
looked
was
like,
only a couple days. Like,
yeah.
no. And originally they weren't going to stream it. They were just going to do it at the ranch kind of in private. And it wasn't until Souza called and asked if he could do it, was it then live streamed? And then, you're talking a couple days, and I don't know.
I mean, do you think it would have been any worse had anyone in the media recorded it and put together a post-production and put out some media around it today? Like, do you think that would have been any worse?
I think it would have been worse because the timing would have been bad.
Because of the football games today, you're going to get less live views, and you'd get no
Right.
live views, but okay, well, maybe it didn't need to come out on maybe Monday. Like, spend the weekend putting it together. Why not both? Yeah.
Could have been.
Because there was a lot of, I feel like the boys needed to be ready. There was some things that, like, I don't know that we needed 35 minutes of warm up. It was cool to like listen to some of the talking and getting some questions in, but also could have been pretty polished and probably been pretty sweet. They weren't super long workouts, so you could have like this like highlight reel.
When that first workout, if you are a CrossFit geek like us, was super cool to see because we've seen it before with 5 guys, and we saw how it played out, and it was cool how this played out. That was my favorite of the 3 workouts by far, because it was just something you can't do that anywhere else.
Yeah, it's a very specific hill, huh?
And the fact that Souza kept up with them running up the hill,
yeah,
was freaking incredible. And I think that goes to show you as much about what CrossFit is as what the guys were doing. Working out 5 times a week can help you keep up with these people. Yeah, you're not carrying the sandbag, but you're going up this steep grade hill and crushing it.
mm-hmm.
I like how Jason the Champ had no say in the workouts. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. He had say against some of the things. I feel like he was trying to bring it back.
And so if you missed it yesterday, I'm going to share just a little clip of it going up the hill. And this is Souza's camera right behind the leader, James Sprague.
Oh, look at
There
that.
you can see the drone footage.
Look at that shot.
I love that.
Official. This might be like, well, I don't want to say that.
Nobody else had other
some
than
people mad.
Nobody else had those tools.
Yeah.
Souza, you're a beast, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's look at everybody.
Dude, he's right up there with them.
Hey, what's Matt's time gonna be?
Right. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
The footage was great. The drone footage was great. The handheld cameras were great. And then today you see Castro posted on Instagram. He was at the top of the hill and had a shot going down with his phone that was freaking awesome as they were coming up that last steep part.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really, really good. And my favorite part is at the end when the camera went on to Justin and he said, "Still haven't figured it out." That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
I mean, he wasn't even that far behind if he really hasn't been training a lot, just getting back into it. Like, he did pretty good.
Yeah, I hate that excuse, right?
Yes. I feel like these guys are fit year round. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You should be ready for these types of things at a moment's notice.
I agree.
And let's be honest, Jayson and Sprague have a distinct advantage with their long strides up that big hill.
Yeah.
So Sprague won that in borrowed shoes. If you did not hear, didn't see the full broadcast, James's luggage got lost on the way from Hawaii to the ranch. So he had to borrow Dave's shoes. And
There's no way they have similar size feet.
I don't know. That's whose shoes he wore.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it was such a great event. And then they did 2 more after that. They did, and I love that you had to be the first one to the rings or the barbells to get, and you saw a couple people get cut off.
Yeah.
And I thought that made it really fun.
Yeah.
And then I love that they went out and used the Happy Star rig to do burpees over it again. I wish they would have done the press. I know Justin said he didn't want to press, but my biggest memory of that rig is when both Tia and Matt failed on the pressing at the end of the workout. And so I was hoping they would press and they would be at a fatigue after the other 2 events, but we didn't get to see that. So, but all in all, great event. I think the one part that you make a great argument about post-production is the warm-up time was long.
It was long.
Some of the comments were great during that time, but filling that space, either have some people there to talk, like do some analysis back and forth while it's going, have Adrian sit down, talk back and forth, kind of what they did, or post-produce it and cut some of the slow stuff out and make it better and get it out quickly. But I thought it was a great event. Kudos to the CrossFit team kudos to the boys for agreeing to this.
Agreed.
Going into the open and agreeing to do this, and everybody watching. That first video that I pulled up, it's at 21,000 views.
Okay.
21,000. I looked this morning, it was only at 19, so it's actually still gaining some traction. And workout 2 is at 13,000 this morning. WOD 3 was at 7.5. So okay. I do think the first one was the most fun to watch. So it makes sense that it was the first one. And so it's going to have the most views. If you watch any CrossFit content that goes over multiple episodes, the first one always gets the most.
With them moving around and picking their spot, I feel like it was a little hard. The third round was hard to figure out who was where in King Kong. So yeah. I feel like if they could have had a backed out camera shot of that, and maybe they have it somewhere, maybe they can put together a post-production of that event, because I think that event was awesome. I just would like the footage of it to be.
Well, and Bill and Chase are yelling for Sousa to back up.
I know.
I think he didn't have a lens that allowed him enough room to get the wide shot in that moment.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
CrossFit says, or run a different bit of content during the slow times.
Yeah.
Run some sort of vignette during the warm-up. Yeah, I thought some of the comments from the guys were great, but there was like a couple great comments, then a lull, then a couple great comments, then a lull.
Well, you don't expect them to take like 35 minutes to warm up for King Kong. Like, I mean, right. Chase was saying it like, all right, well, hit the clean, go ahead and deadlift and let's go. Like,
well, Chase also said that it would take him 5 years to get up to a 500-pound deadlift.
Yeah.
And he still wouldn't get there. So I get you have to warm up the deadlift. You have to.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's a global statement about between events in CrossFit. I agree completely. I mean, I've been begging that the age group stuff, if you're not going to be at the same place, should be before the elites, and run highlights of that during the in between.
Absolutely.
Wayne says the interview with Boz was cool. I thought it was. And yeah. And so I think CrossFit said he was reading the comments.
Adrian was reading comments throughout. Yeah, pulling up. Yeah, that was good.
So it ended up James Sprague won it.
Yeah.
James is getting really good.
Yeah.
He's always seems ready. And that's impressive. All right. So with that, let's move on to the next topic. And that is pencil, pen, or Sharpie. Invites to the semifinal level of the season should be based on this season and not past seasons.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
That's
trying.
run from ESPN outside the lines type sob story stuff. Yeah, we're not good at telling those stories anymore.
Yeah,
Like
we're not.
that girl that fell off the rings or the ring snapped and now and broke her back.
Yes.
And now she's coming back. They should have a camera crew with her on her comeback. That is one of those college game day sob stories that we all tear up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So back to the pen or Sharpie.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously Sharpie, I'm trying my hardest to play devil's advocate and find a reason that maybe you could have. But in my mind, there should be nothing other than the Open to start the season to send out invites. Like, if you don't sign up for the Open and finish to qualify for quarterfinals, you have no business going on with this season. And like, it's even weird with some of these invites that have already gone out. Like, some of us have asked questions in the comments, like, so, because like I got an invite and we don't even know if I'm competing, right? So like, if I accept this invite right now and then I get to quarterfinals and I don't know, just missed the cut, are they refunding my money because I didn't make it? Or no, I'm sure they're not. But I was like, so if I decline this now and then I finish top 20 in the quarterfinals, will I get an invite? Yep, you'll get another invite. Well, you're going to be doing quarterfinals and you're going to be trying to do your best. So shouldn't it just be based on that? And if you make it, you make it. Like,
I agree. All right. So Grace is 1540. Pencil, you have to account for injuries and other types of comeback situations. I think that what we're doing would account for that.
right.
Right now, you're inviting people based on last year's performance.
Right.
And so people that were hurt last year or didn't have a good season are not getting the invites.
Right.
Now they have to fight their way through the Open, and there's going to be limited spots available to them once they do. And they may win the Open, win quarterfinals, and there are very limited spots open for them. What upsets me is that you're basing everything on the past.
Mm-hmm.
If an athlete comes into this season and shits the bed, they should not be allowed a semifinal spot.
Right.
Like the Washington Commanders of the NFL last year made it to the NFC Championship game. This year, they won 4 or 5 games. They shouldn't get a spot in the playoffs because of last year's performance.
Right.
That's how sports works. The Chiefs have won countless games and a couple Super Bowls, but they suck this year. They should not get a spot in the playoffs. Imagine if March Madness automatic qualifiers all came from last year. People would lose their minds. Penn, only because I think we need to work with the people willing to put on these events. How much changes based on who comes for the event organizer?
Nothing.
You know how many are coming. You know how many lanes you need. You know the dates of your event. You know you need a DJ and you need some judges and you need some floor announcers. None of that changes based on the names on the lanes.
Right.
Maybe the print shop needs to know for like the little thing they put out or the little card that says the person's in this lane. But a lot of semifinals don't even do a good job with that.
And I'm not saying don't let, like, if they want to have, like, we've talked about this a little bit, if they need to have their own qualifier and have extra fields, like, I'm not saying don't do that, but of the like 40 or 20 elites that you're going to have on the floor, 15 of those shouldn't come from automatic invites. Like, those people should still have to place out of the open and quarterfinals this year to get that spot. I feel like we're all in agreement of that. We only want to see people for, like, you either are signing up for their qualifier, which I would assume you're signing up for the season, or you're performing in this season to try to advance. Why are other people there messing up the leaderboard? I just don't get that. Like, you either want to participate in the season or you don't.
And early invites doesn't mean attending. Look at Mayhem last year. So many people dropped out the week of. And Grace says they have to meet the open quarters requirements to get to the games anyway, right? Yes, but I don't want it polluted with people who were invited and didn't then qualify.
Right.
We had that last year. It affected the leaderboard. It affected who got the tickets to the games because people weren't eligible and they mucked up the leaderboard for everybody else. I hate it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. And the best example of this, which I talked about this week on my lunch show, is when Legends and LatAm invited Steph Waugh as an automatic invite to the Masters qualifiers when she's coming off a drug suspension. We don't really know what she can do. And Legends responded to a source of mine and said that they invited her because she finished 4th at their event. She didn't even podium at their event.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Place.
Yeah, if she would have won, if she would have won that bracket, I can see maybe a play for an automatic bid there, but not even podium. Like, what did she prove to you that says she has to be there?
Because it's not a games field.
If she's good enough, she'll make it out of quarters and she'll go, right? Like, I don't understand this. Did you just lose your sound? You did. Oh gosh, this darn roadcaster. She doesn't look like a tainted sup. Oh, we'll see how. I mean, I'm sure she is fine. It's just, it's a weird way to. It's just a weird way to start the season. Just you need people to buy into the open, so make it matter. The anti-schmear crowd is killing Scott's audio. Has she been in the pool for 4 years? That's a good question. I don't really know
Her
that
name
they
hasn't shown up on the list.
Yeah,
She may be in the pool, but she didn't get tested.
for sure didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, did Ricky even get tested over his ban?
towards the end. Dave announced him a couple times before.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my stupid roadcaster every week
I know.
seems to go out. I've got it. I hate this.
They'll test like 2 or 3 masters.
No way they are paying to test the master.
No.
They are testing a handful of masters just to say they've done it.
Right.
Yeah, it just pisses me off. And I've known her for a long time. She was on the show before she popped, way back when. I've known her a long time. I've talked to her in person a lot of, so I agree with the rules the way they are. She is entitled to compete this season. I am not saying she shouldn't, with the rules as they are.
Right.
However, she shouldn't get an automatic invite
Right.
for violating the drug policy, and then and on her comeback year, get an advantage over those who are fighting their way into the Masters. There are former games athletes that aren't getting the treatment she got. I have had no less than 5 CrossFit Games athletes in the Masters division reach out to me and say, this is bullshit.
Yep.
That I went to the games last year. She was sitting on a drug suspension. She gets an automatic invite and I don't.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is, especially for the women who really feel that there's pretty permanent gains to be had from that. It's very frustrating to see.
Right. That's a whole nother topic.
It is.
So yeah, that's another topic for another day. That is 4 years enough for women who hold on to the benefits of that. We can talk about that another day, but for this, there's no way she deserves an automatic bid.
No.
And to get out of doing qualifiers and or stages of the season to skip over to get to a competition. Didn't she and her guy go after Taylor? I don't know.
Recently?
I don't. Listen, I don't even, because I know I've judged with her guy, her husband. And I know him very well because of the judging world.
Okay.
He is the one that was not qualified at Mayhem, that cost several Masters athletes possibly their chance at the games because he was not a certified judge.
Oh.
And he was the head judge or the floor judge at Mayhem. So it was several athletes that he screwed their chances. Thank God CrossFit stepped in. So it's just a mess. Sarah Cox, there is huge benefits for women. Again, that is another topic entirely that we could talk about that. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Steph Waugh getting automatic invites, coming off a drug suspension to 2 semifinal events. And she is getting an advantage over even last year's games athletes. Crazy.
It looks like Stephanie Roy if you see her name written. So you could get confused if you just hear Scott say it. If you're reading it, it looks like Stephanie Roy.
Yeah. Or if you're a hockey fan, Patrick Waugh, the goalie for the Colorado Avalanche, spelled the exact same way.
Correct.
He's the credential idiot. Exactly. You know, my one expired December 31st.
Oh, no.
I had it for 10 years, 10 and a half because of COVID. I got no less than 8 emails telling me it was expiring. No less. And every time I log into my account, it tells me, hey, you have so many days left. Hey, contact the CrossFit staff to get signed up for.
Yeah. There's no way you didn't know. It sounds like the rules just don't apply to them. So, yeah.
You can still renew after expiration too. Yeah, I signed in to sign up for the open and it actually said, hey, contact us. Let's see if we can get you renewed. Vicky, I got my email already and mine doesn't expire till the end of the year. You're going to get about 7 more.
Oh boy.
He looks like he's been out of the pool too.
God. Gonna get us in trouble over here.
Eric Mecky, yeah, that group on Spin Show didn't look good making excuses. I actually had the same 2 people on at the games. I did a live with them. It wasn't a live. I recorded it and then put it out that day. They explained themselves better that day. They've had more time to think about it apparently. And I think I asked them all the hard questions and they did have answers for all that. And since then he had resigned as their board member and all of that. I actually like a lot of the people in that group. I judged
Mhm.
with them for many years. They just have to stop making stupid mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a discount code for the L1 too? I did not.
I thought I saw that. Wasn't it 20% off?
From signing up for the Open?
Yeah.
I probably didn't read my email enough. I'll have to go back and look at it. It's kind of a crazy misstep if you're the rule expert missing the main rule.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
all
when
the
I talk
details
to them at
matter.
the games, they have someone that actually they need to see a picture of it, a picture of your profile. Like there's a lot of steps now so that they don't make that same mistake ever again. And they have someone tracking it now. So they'll know when everybody expires.
That's good.
Just takes a spreadsheet.
Yep.
That's it. Imagine giving driver's tests without a license. Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Got a 20% discount code in the email, and my L1 is not expiring until 2029. Okay, I'll check it out. It's still a lot of money if I'm not judging or I'm not coaching anymore.
Yep.
I did like having it though.
Yeah.
I'd really like to have an L2.
I
If I
know.
was going to go back, it would be that. All right. So next, pencil, pen, or Sharpie. The live stream at the ranch showed what is possible to reduce the cost for other events to live stream their event. And the reason I put this up there is because there has been a rumor out of the Mayhem camp that they are not going to live stream the Mayhem Classic, possibly, if it costs too much. And I've talked to Will. How come that keeps disappearing?
Oh, I didn't touch anything.
Oh, it's actually set on a timer.
Oh,
Well, isn't that interesting? Didn't even know I could do that.
me either. Good question if you can use it for the L2 CrossFit
Okay.
or any of the like weightlifting or any of those.
The reason I've talked to Wilson Pock, and he's in a pickle because last year Savon did it. This year NorCal and his event are on the same day. And so that makes it very difficult for him. And so I know there are a lot of people struggling to find a way to do it cheaply. Hamilton Roads is not the answer for these small semifinals.
No. I mean, I'm going to say Penn just because I don't know that the live stream at the ranch showed it's possible. Like we've done this now through Zelos, they've done Crash. They've shown already. So I don't know if this showed what's possible, but it's definitely helping.
Because the ranch is in the middle of nowhere and the reception is not great, and they were still able to find a way to live stream it. That's why I added it here for that reason.
Yeah, because they had the issues with NorCal last year and they stepped up here. So Mayhem's crazy not to just use their in-house team. I feel like Susan Savon said this, like they have the capability.
Yeah,
and
and it's not like they don't have the resources to get the equipment they need.
Yes.
I just got the feeling there were other reasons Mayhem is thinking of not live streaming. I just think it's a big mistake. They sell out. They sell out. So the only way to get more eyes is to live stream it.
Right.
Because you can't sell more tickets. They hit the fire code every year they hold an event. What I want to know, and we'll never know because Bob and Joe will never tell us, they got that group out of Columbus to do the games last year. And they basically were teaching Chase and then were teaching those guys how to do some of the stuff as they were going. But I thought they did a great job for their first time out. And I know it was cheaper than Hamilton Roads.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if anybody else is reaching out to that group to see what they're capable of.
I mean, that would require Bob and Joe to share their sources, or you two. You kind of set that wheel in motion, right?
I don't know. I don't know how. I know that I got him in touch with a media school
Yeah.
to get interns to help out. And they don't share any of that stuff with me, so I don't know any of that information. CrossFit says live versus tape is the toughest part. Just knowledge base, but look at every cheap high school basketball thing online. It's literally parents watching. I know that when Kat's son was playing baseball in college, she was live streaming their games from the stands using our StreamYard.
Oh.
So that the parents at home could watch their kid play baseball. Now, was it MLB produced? No. But it was at least a live stream where they could, from behind home plate, that they could see the action.
That's awesome.
There's plenty of that groups out there. WFP tried that group model, mixed results. I think WFP's streams have been fine.
Yeah.
Are they perfect? No, but nobody's done it perfect.
Correct.
Not even Hamilton Rhodes.
Yeah.
Right. So like my biggest beef with them is, why do you have to have the camera in somebody's crotch when you're and be that close to them? That's just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But the Masters thing, it wasn't perfect, but it was really, really good. And that their F1 leaderboard down the side was the best I've seen.
Similar to what WFP did, right?
Yeah,
But
they just had, it was a little bit better because they had the red arrows and the green arrows showing when people were moving up or down the leaderboard.
yeah.
WFP looked like witness protection. I don't think so. It was a very high quality stream.
I thought it was good.
I mean, I have done a big enough smear campaign against them on several things. The stream is not one of them.
Right. I agree.
CrossFit, and they didn't have weird abbreviations like Rogue either. Exactly. Fergie, too dark, I will give you on the first one, the first tour stop. By Copenhagen, I think they fixed a lot of the lighting issues.
Yeah.
The countdown rep counter was awesome by WFP.
When it was accurate, yes.
Yes. Well, that's just the guy paying attention who's holding the
I
clicker.
guess. Yeah.
But yeah, I think there are ways to do it cheaper than Hamilton Roads, and that these places should look for them, and maybe CrossFit help with, hey, if we can get you a contract for 5 different semifinals, maybe we can get a bulk deal on this. Or I think that's where HQ could step in and help out some of this stuff, because they can say, hey, we'll help write the contract and it'll be for 5 things instead of each individual competition having to find the person themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the one in Columbus was called like Rising Waters or Rising Waves or something weird like that. So, all right, cool. I think we're all in agreement on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, it's cold out there. Don't forget to get some good night's sleep. Get your Thirdsy. Use code Jazzy at checkout to get 15% off your order. That is Thirdsy.com/Jazzy and get 15% off. Get a good night's sleep. Tuck under those covers tight and stay warm. CrossFit subsidizing scoring and graphics events. Pay for the stream.
That's not a bad idea.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when you buy, like, there's a reason why people go to Costco, because when you buy in bulk,
Right.
it's cheaper per item, right?
Yep.
So why couldn't you find like a bulk rate on, because you're going to need to stream more than one event? I don't know.
Autistic Killer. What a name.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Claire. On the subject of the skyscraper not wanting to watch someone die, did that scene in Saving Private Ryan where the medic dies get you? I don't know why, but I can barely watch that scene. I have not seen Saving Private Ryan.
I have seen it, and I can't recall that. I can't really recall that part.
I have a hard time watching period pieces. I don't know why. Sometimes I think when Julie and I first started dating, she made me watch like Far and Away and A River Runs Through It and and I just was like, I don't need 4-hour movies like this. And then I just like shut down on anything that's not 70s or forward. So, because I am a big Taylor Sheridan fan, and I've never watched 1923 or 1867, but I've watched every other show he's done.
Oh,
yes,
Dances with Wolves.
all of those, Jenny.
Wow.
Legends of the Fall, Dances with Wolves. Nobody needs 4-hour dramas like that. CrossFit. My lady saw Lone Survivor with me and didn't understand until a good chunk in the title.
Who the Lone? Yeah. Lone Survivor. That one gets me. I have a hard time watching that scene.
I went with a bunch of my CrossFit buddies from the gym, and when the lights came on, we were all like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
It was a rough one. It was a great movie though. Great movie. Eric says you're missing out. 1883 and 1923 are fire. I've tried to watch the first episode of 1883 3 times. I don't know why. I just can't. I'll try it one more time just for you, Eric.
I haven't watched any of it, so.
I watched Yellowstone. I watched Lioness. I watched Landman. I
have not. Still haven't gotten into Landman.
Dances with Wolves was great. Am I showing my age? I've never. That's the one I have not seen.
Really?
Like I just rejected it. Lone Survivor and Captain Phillips endings acting. I've never seen Captain Phillips, and I love Tom Hanks. I should probably.
You should watch that one.
Yeah. 1883 is great. All right, people. All right. Peter Berg's love of Mark Wahlberg saving the world is kind of weird, though. Lone Survivor, Patriots Day, Deepwater Horizon. I've seen all those.
Yeah. I like Mark Wahlberg, so I'm not mad at it.
I just watched the first episode of The Studio, won all these like Golden Globes with Seth Rogen as a movie producer.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Berg is in the first scene as a director. And Seth Rogen has notes for him, and he ignores him completely. It's actually, I've only seen the first episode. I'll probably watch the whole series. It's really funny. It's really funny. Landman and Lioness are awesome. Agreed. Landman is now my favorite show. Maybe.
Yeah, people keep saying I'm gonna have to start it.
Animal Kingdom is great.
Aaron, my husband, watched that whole thing. I would come in and watch, like, catch some of that. I'm like, what the frick is going on?
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know. There's like
Is it like Tiger King?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not like that. It's a family. Smurf or whatever is her name. She's like the mom of the family, and I don't know.
He's always Mark Wahlberg as Mark Wahlberg. I did see The Family Plan 2, which I did enjoy. That Rogan show feels like a knockoff of Larry Sanders or Extras to me. I can see where you get that. I see that. Why'd they stop making Lioness? They didn't. They're doing season 3 right now. Isn't there a Lioness spinoff? I don't know about that. Shorzy and Letterkenny are excellent. I've seen some Letterkenny.
I have too.
Animal Kingdom Crime Family good.
Yes, it's a crime family. Yeah.
Okay. All right, stuff to load up. I just finished The Diplomat today, and I've been a big fan of that show, and I was almost going to give up on it this year because it got so soap opera-y and away from like the politics and the military pieces. And then I was like, I'll give it one more episode, and it finally kicked into like the way it was. And the next 2 episodes were so good. Still not like my favorite season by far, but Yuki Zazi, The Pit. The Pit's great. So good. The same guy made Heated Rivalry, very different hockey show. I did see that on HBO. I have not tuned in for that yet.
Aaron's been watching Homeland. It's kind of a little bit older show, but with Claire Danes.
I watched the first season of that. But when I was watching it, Corey was a small girl, and I could not have it on when she was in the room. And so I kept getting interrupted as I was trying to go through it. And so, yeah, I had to like shut it off.
Yeah.
And I just never got back to it.
Yeah, I'll catch an episode here and there. I like Claire Danes. I can't think of the name of the movie, but they were like her and her girlfriend were in a like prison. That was like one of the first movies that turned me on to Claire Danes. I really loved that movie. I can't think of the name of it. It's an older movie, probably 98, 99.
Yuki Zazi, I took AED and CPR training this weekend, and I got to yell clear. Felt like I was on the pit. Every time I hear clear, all I can think of is Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color.
Breakdown Palace. Thank you, CrossFit. Yes. Such a good movie.
I thought, yeah, Yuki Zazi was Denise Moore. I just didn't want to.
You can kind of see it in her picture.
Yeah, it used to be a cat, and that's what was throwing me off. So, yeah. So, last thing I had on the docket was Rogue is going back to Scotland. Super bummed.
Yeah, we talked about it, right? We selfishly wanted it to come back to Ohio.
Yeah. Columbus is awesome.
Yeah.
When I think it needs to go to an event, it's great.
Yeah. I just think it needs to come back to the United States in general. But
yeah.
Can't blame them.
Yeah, I mean they're getting good crowds over there, and it's a good arena. I like the indoor run. I like what they've been doing over there. They know the floor.
Right.
And yeah. It's just a mat. Like I'll still watch it.
I know. I'll watch it. It just, yeah. Well, it sounds like this is for sure the last year though. So we have that going.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully they find a nice arena here in Columbus. Then they don't have to ship all the stuff.
Exactly.
They go wild with the implements they use.
Yeah, they could really dial in making some if they have a plan like now in line for having it in Columbus, they could start work now on like some special pieces that they don't have to travel.
Denise asked what the gathering was this weekend. It wasn't open training. It was an affiliate gathering for the California region. They're all over the country. I've been to the Midwest one. I got invited by CrossFit to come in and observe what they were. They hold them all over, and it's just a way for affiliate owners from that region to get together and talk about similar issues that they have going on and all of that stuff. What they did, though, is because they held it at the SAP Center, which is where the 26 CrossFit Games are going to be, they had a workout that you could do with level 1 staff, and the boys interrupted beforehand. And then when that was over, then they went to a separate area of the SAP Center for the affiliate gathering. It was 2 separate events, but it was in the same location at 2 different times.
That's kind of neat for all those affiliate heads that went to that and got to get into that venue.
Yeah. And the Dave was there and took camera or phone footage of the inside of the arena. Looked great. Looked like a good size for the CrossFit Games.
Well, yeah, we talked about the seat number. It's pretty darn huge, honestly.
What was weird is, like, I'm used to the big arenas having like an upper deck.
Yeah.
It kind of hangs out over. This arena doesn't have that. It's like all one, just like Madison.
Yeah.
And I guess Fort Worth was kind of like that too. It was much bigger, but it was like just one big swoop up.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the looks of that, I guess. I just hope it doesn't look empty.
Yeah.
I hope they can sell some tickets this year.
Well, they can't price them out of the.
That
Can't
is
price
true.
people out. We've talked
Right.
about
I
that.
wish they would be like other sports. And if you want to sit down on the glass, you're going to pay for that.
Right.
But like that, there's a general admission version at the upper seats.
Yep.
That's what needs to happen. So I guess that's it. So what's on your watch list now that we've had all this movie and TV talk?
Well, I'm gonna go watch after this game ends, which sounds like something just happened. 4 minutes left. After this game, I'll probably watch the other episode of Pitt.
You got 2 to go.
2. I don't know that I'll get 2 in tonight. I'm tired, but I'll watch 1. I'll try to be caught up for next week.
Yeah.
We got Bring a Friend week all week at the gym, so I just feel like it's going to be a really busy week at the gym. I feel like I'm going to have to be around more. Bigger classes.
I bet you most of our gyms are closed tomorrow.
We had like 13 people show up today for open gym. 2 weekends in a row. My Sunday has been huge. It's crazy. And it was terrible weather.
Yeah. Eric Mackey says 4 or 5 great ideas just on today's show for HQ. Will they listen? Or when will they listen? Oh,
When?
he's confident.
We'll just keep putting them out there.
Something really cool happened to me this week is I actually got a direct message from Jenna Hauka asking me where I lived.
Oh.
I was like, okay. And she goes, I'd like to invite you to the premiere screening of the new documentary.
Ooh.
Bad news is it's in Northern California at the
Of course
Albo
it is.
CrossFit.
Of course it is.
So probably not going to be able to accept that invitation.
That's too bad. That would have been awesome.
Would have been great. Would have loved it. But I was really flattered that I was asked.
Yeah.
Shows how far we've come on this show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of like where you live, regions, went on John and Claire. Speaking of Claire, who was just up there. Why was I in the South?
I have no idea.
Western, what I don't even know. Like I was like, why was I?
I don't know. I don't know how you got knocked out so early. I can't remember who you went.
I was
up
with
to.
Claire. It is what it is. But I wasn't even in the right region.
Claire voted for you.
Yeah. That was sweet.
Jenny was voting for you.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yeah, I felt really bad for Corey. Corey went up against Tyler right up away.
So Corey and I should have been switched.
Yeah.
I was in, I don't live there, and Corey actually lives more south. So I don't know. I was like, we definitely should have been in different brackets, but that's okay. It's what it is. It was fun. That was cool.
And poor Carolyne had to go up against Justin Medeiros in the first round.
I know. You did so great, though.
John had a plan with that bracket. Listen, the minute I saw it and I saw how they were doing, it was like, listen, this is just for fun. This is for discussion points. It's fun. And I really, really, what I took from it is the kind words that Claire and John said about us. It really meant a lot. And the rest of it was just fun.
It was just fun. I do blame John for everything, Claire. I feel like you kind of got railroad a few times. He's just like, no, this is the criteria now. Nope, this is.
Well, and his criteria changed depending on which set you were voting on.
Yeah.
I placed the names where I was told.
Okay. Well, I live way up in Michigan, so definitely not south.
It's about reach. It's about impact. I don't like this person, so let's take a vote. Just kidding. The only comment that I did take exception to is when I was up against Tyler and he said, well, Scott talks about Tyler's work and Tyler never talks about Scott's work. Well,
I
Tyler
thought that was
something that I like. We talk about because he made a great app that we all use, and you have to talk about that. Yeah. The other thing is I do a daily show.
Yeah.
Try to come up with topics every single day. 6 days a week, I do a show. So coming up with topics is like the hardest thing in the world some days. And so you're just diving for any kind of inspiration to talk about something.
Yeah.
Where Tyler does one show a week.
And and goes off of whatever Spin has topic wise.
And Spin's news channel is designed for you to talk about.
Yeah.
Like you can't help, and in this sport, you have to talk about the Spin. Mm-hmm. He gets all the news all the time. You have to talk about him. You cannot avoid it. Yeah. But that's it. I'm not upset about it. I really am not.
It was fun.
Claire was just there for the vibes, and you could tell.
Yeah.
And it really was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the discussion.
Yeah.
I do think that like Rich has way more reach than what John was giving him credit for. So it is. It was John's vibes until he could blame the vibes on others. The Spin is Barbell Shrugged meets Wadcast. And let's be honest, early MCU, like early morning chalk up, like he gets news out there. It's the one place you go for news. Mm-hmm. Now nobody goes to morning chalk up.
Right.
But back in the day, everybody went to morning chalk up for the news. Yeah. And so Spin is morning chalk up plus Wadcast, maybe Barbell Shrugged. Yeah. Barbell Shrugged was its own entity. Like it really was different. When I went to the 2014 regionals, they were there, and it was like I was meeting my heroes, the Barbell Shrugged team.
Fair.
Rich is the only person in that bracket that could literally sway enough of our ecosystem to end our ecosystem.
I think you got a point there.
It's really a great point.
Yeah.
Early Barbell Shrugged was so good. Yeah, I got to meet them before the one died.
Okay.
And they were so good before that. So, yeah, but gosh, that was such a great podcast. Chris, yeah. Mm-hmm. I still have the picture with the three of them at in Vendor Village at the 2014 regionals in Cincinnati, which was my favorite regional maybe of all time, when Rich and Scott went head to head, and Rich did the throw over the back, Scott did the jump, and Rich just edged him out. So many good memories there. Danny Seidel crushing the what was it, 10 legless?
Oh, with the shuttle?
Yeah. On the women's side, she was just crushing it. And then it was such a fun one. Such a fun one. Claire sent every eliminated person an apology for the show. She probably did. If you didn't see her Instagram today, if you don't know, Claire runs a mile a day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so icy this morning that she was afraid to hold her phone up to actually film her running.
Yeah, fair.
It is so crazy out there. Are you talking about Danny Seidel, CrossFit?
I think so.
She was so, and she was so much taller than the other women athletes. She just crushed on that legless rope climb. It was so much fun. That was just a great regional. You ever go to any of the regionals, or was that for your time?
Yeah, that was like right. It wasn't right. It wasn't before my time. I don't know. We just didn't travel. I almost went to Rogue that year that it was in Columbus. The last year it was in Columbus, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't go that year.
That was great too.
It was like right around Mother's Day or whatever. I don't remember why. Like, just the timing, it wasn't great.
When Rich walked out, shaved, and the bandana on his head and the necklace, it was like the place went crazy town banana pants. And that's the year that the girl got hurt, and they brought the person out of the stands, and she PR'd her snatch.
Yes.
Like, it was unbelievable. Such a fun event. I want it to come back here so bad. I borrowed my fiance's knee pads on that run. He's a professional wrestler, so his gear came in clutch. Claire, we know he's a professional wrestler. I love wrestling. I love your show.
Crazy Town
Did you
Banana
just say
Pants.
banana pants? I said Crazy Town Banana Pants. That is Corey rubbing off on me.
I use that all the time.
All right, we've gone long.
All right.
I got to get up and actually go to work because my procedure got canceled. So
All right.
bad news is I actually have to work.
Boo.
Jazzy banana pants. All right. I'll have to look into that. All right. With that, thank you everybody for joining us. We love you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That helps us out so much. If you only knew.
Mm-hmm.
And it's free. It's free. FREE, free. With that, we'll see everybody next time on lunch. No, not lunch. Sunday Night CrossFit Talk. Bye.